Accelerator.
Oh, hang on. Should we watch it?
It's a documentary by Accelerator.
Okay. All right, guys, here we are from the trailer reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to the trailer for the movie Spirit Game, Pride of a Nation.
This has several things going for it. It has the in-theaters May this, on iTunes June that.
Yep, so a month apart it'll go to iTunes. We
identified
know
as
it's a
a problem.
documentary, and Accelerator Media is the house that produces this. So that's always a thing that we're interested in.
Are they a distributor? We have to look them up. We see them all the time now.
Yeah. Let's check this shit out.
Latest and greatest from Accelerator.
So I don't want to see this. But this documentary did what a documentary should do. It makes me want to ask questions. And I'm definitely going to do a little bit of a Google on this because I want to know more about this 6 mile by 6 mile area.
And they show
live
a
in.
map that's this gigantic red thing on it or
Yeah,
something. And I'm like, what are you talking about is 6 miles? That's like 600 miles maybe. Like, what are we looking at?
Yeah, it looked gigantic.
Jesus fucking
That
Christ.
stadium is on their property. I need to know how did they get the money for this stadium. I need to know a lot of things. I'm very interested.
Did you know or have any inkling that because he says lacrosse is a like Native American game? Is that like
Yeah,
a
I
known
knew
thing?
that.
Wow.
Well, I don't think it's
When I picture
it's actually lacrosse. It's
whatever we took and made
it's
lacrosse.
something because I remember in college a buddy of mine played a game similar like there was I can't remember what it's called because I don't follow this sport, but it was like rugby with a stick.
Okay.
And like they're like, yep, it's a Native American, blah blah blah. So like that's what I'm in my head going off of.
Because when I hear lacrosse, I picture like
French the stick.
Well, no, yeah, I was gonna say like I picture European for obvious reasons, and like fucking like animal like Welsh people like playing it or something like that. I had no idea it had these roots and all this like stuff going on.
Yeah, I think if I'm and I could be totally remembering wrong. I think it was like there's an Indian game and there's like a Viking game that were like very much the same game.
Weird.
Where it's like nope, the goal is to get this to there, and you have a stick, but you could like club and check people with it like
It's a Viking game.
yeah.
No, yeah, right, but like you're saying, like not for nothing. One of my favorite things is sports of any kind, anything sports. I can't get enough of it. So this is definitely right up my alley. But to your point, there's a lot of weird, interesting shit where I'm like, wait, what about this?
Native American
thing
people
here,
like. I love everything about that
yeah?
shit. Oh yeah, like not
I know
nowadays. Like I think the Indians are so cool. I know like Indians isn't the PC term.
Roll with it, no.
But that's what I grew up knowing.
That's how we
Cowboys and
learned it,
Indians,
yes.
and I always thought the Indians were like because they were, but I always thought they were in the right, and I would have liked there to have been like, no, if we only could have given them like a state, it would have been very cool to like
just let that keep going.
Yeah, because it's so interesting and awesome, and I love like the respect for nature and like how they do things, and it's very cool. I hate the invention of guns. I've gone on record of saying that, and that's like the downfall of these people, guns and disease, and our greed and bullshit. There's so many interesting stories about, you know what, real quick, that red map looks huge just because like you're seeing it in the middle of like, it's not states or the state, you're seeing it in a county, and that's why it looks like it's so big, I think.
Oh, I thought it was all of America.
No. It was a portion of upstate New York, and it was cropped in on that.
Interesting.
But no, like just so cool, and like with how they've been screwed is so unfortunate, and like this bullshit. There was a thing like we gave them land. I read this on Reddit recently. We like during a thing like, oh, gave them this land. Then in the 1920s found out that land had oil on it, and they were like
move over here.
No, they were like prosperous, and they were spending money, and they were buying things. They were so rich that they were buying cars, and when we ran out of gas, they were just leaving them places because they had millions of dollars in like the 20s. Like they were super rich, and then the government was like, oh, they don't understand money, and they put someone in charge of it for them, and then slowly killed everybody that was in charge of that thing, and the money reverted to the guy who was put in charge of their thing and just stole it all from them. And I'm
hilarious.
like, this is such bullshit.
No, like screwing people's what people do. I'm totally like, oh, but yes.
No, and as the world progresses, there's less and less of any like one nation or anything in the world, especially one that's been so like brutalized by America that like. Everybody is just becoming one race anyway, but I like that they there's like a pride and there's all this cool shit with them.
I totally agree with you that I would have loved to have had like not just reservations or like preserves or like reductive terms, but it would have been amazing if like a part of our country was just like allowed to have those traditions continue like naturally through all these years and see where they would be at. I'm fascinated by the whole history of our own country and everything too. The long story short is that like the Europeans came over with so much more advanced shit.
Yeah.
Like some of the Indian tribes were using like stone and like bronze or whatever tools still. They were like so many years like behind the like Europeans.
I didn't
That
even
it was
realize it was
just
bronze.
it
I
was
thought
like
it was.
no contest. I think there's like naturally occurring bronze or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Some weird story. I just looked this up for some dumb reason, but not to get that information. So I remember seeing something. But yeah, coming over with like iron and steel and like tools and stuff and just like weaponry was just like obliterated them or whatever. Like,
Well, yeah, and the fact that like
as you would
Europeans
expect.
kind of united as
But,
one people against all these people, while all the
well,
tribes were
yeah.
individual.
They were so scattered too that it never stood a chance. It was
Yeah.
fucked.
Well, a
But,
nomadic tribe versus
yeah.
people that just come over with like guns. It's very
Yeah.
hard.
I remember maybe it was Henry Rollins or someone somehow brought this up, but it was like they they saw the Europeans' boats and like they could only like understand it as like it's like a giant floating farm that you can like travel with. It's like this like mind it's like this mind-boggling thing that they came from so far away and they did all these things.
Yeah.
It'd be like aliens visiting us and like, wait, how long was the trip? How'd you do that? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like send out little like satellites and bullshit, like probes, but like what? You have a whole like, oh, so many people. Wait, there's like stairs. You go down. It's this amazing thing. They were like stealing
That's
like
super cool.
they were stealing the nails from like ships just to get like metal just to use for things. Ah, it's so interesting.
Jesus. But yeah, not
But
gonna
I will
see
never
this.
watch this.
Not gonna see this for many reasons.
I had the same thought.
But no, but like I say, it did the job of
Yeah.
like making me interested, and that's like public awareness is the point of a documentary.
Yeah.
I won't watch this, but I will make myself a little bit more aware of the situation. I'm gonna give it like
what does that turn into?
it's hard to say
Yeah.
in this situation, but I think it has to turn into a thumbs down for me because like I guess they could have done it in a way that would make me go like, yep, I gotta see this. But in general, you came into this so far down the hill where I'm like, I don't care about lacrosse.
I
So
know.
like if your foothold would have been more just about the Native American people, I might have been more interested. But sports not my thing. Sorry guys. So yeah, thumbs down on my end.
I agree. Sports not my thing. I like what you said at the top, where it's like this is a good this is a like good trailer, probably like a good thing that I have no interest in or whatever. So I'll go
Yeah.
agree, and therefore it has to be thumbs down. But
It's the right movie for the wrong person is what it comes down to. But
It's a good
it might
thing
be
for
the thing
not
for you
us.
guys. Let us know in the comments
Yeah.
below. And until next time, we will see you then.
Not next time.
Now, because I don't know when that will be.